Press the cross button to start.
Alright guys, smash the cross button so we can start. So, quick one here for you today by viewer request. And it's going to be a quick one because I'm going to be out of town for the next 3 weeks. So, just wanted to get one more video in this week before I go MIA for a little bit. So jumping into Sweden here on Spikbrenna. Going to be trying out the R4 class for the first time in this game. And going in for the Colin McRae R4. So this car's been around for a while. I don't know how much in the Dirt series, but somewhere along the line, either when it was called Colin McRae or in the Dirt series, I remember using this car before. Cool to see it back in the game. Here I'm going to set the braking force a little bit up and the brake bias a little bit rearward, which would help us get some more rotation. Not going to set it too extreme to one side or the other, just because we're going to be on ice and snow, and I figure not to make too much extreme change. So we're going to be setting our first timed lap. I did try this course twice before. I just happened to crash out on one of the turns, so this is going to be the first time I'm setting. Quick and dirty lap, like I said, just trying to get one in before I go away. Up on that crest, trying to get ourselves turned in before the crest, so we're pointing in the right direction by the time we get light on our wheels. In here, just staying flat through this. A little bit squirrely getting used to the car, but already we're hauling a good pace. Keeping it in control by staying on the throttle, of course. And speaking of staying on the throttle, we're going to be staying on the throttle through a good chunk of this, including this kind of, scary left 4 here. On the left foot brakes to get ourselves navigated around there, but big bumpy turn. As minimal angle as you need to get through there. And then, coming up through here, again, staying flat. Bit of danger ahead that I didn't quite navigate the best way, but stayed pinned in the throttle, managed my own destiny, and got out of there alive. Here we go, one more look at it. So you might have saw the RPM drop. I actually had my hands like crisscrossed and I couldn't find the gear to downshift. So we got bogged down a little bit, but just stayed on the throttle and fourth and managed to save it. Coming in through here, getting ourselves pointed in the right direction, staying on the throttle. There is a lot of staying flat on this course, kind of fun, but big punishments when you get it wrong, as we're kind of seeing here. Just went a little bit wide, started hitting the snowbank. At this point, I know there's a hairpin somewhere, but I can't see where that turn is, and I'm just, again, staying on the throttle, kind of hitting the handbrake a little bit there for rotation at the end. But, manifesting my destiny by just being on the throttle, a little bit of handbrake there, just getting the back end around, and somehow made it through. The snow can make it actually really hard to see where you're going. It all looks white, and you can't really tell what's the road and what's the snowbanks on the side. Speaking of which, this is another turn where it's really hard to see what's coming up, and you want to stay to the right here, unlike what I did, and now I'm on the inside on the snowbank there, losing a little bit of time. There's definitely a lot of places throughout this run where I could gain a little bit of time if I just had more goes at it. But like I said, just trying to get a quick video out before I go away for a little bit. Coming in through here, getting ourselves navigated back onto a long straight. This upcoming right 4 at the top of this hill. Get yourself pointed in before the crest of the hill, so you're going in the right direction. Not quite doing it the best there. And understeering through here, definitely could have taken that a little better. Getting a little bit more rotation earlier. And staying pinned on the throttle all the way around that turn. Back on the gas for another straight. Again, right in the straights, exit speed is crucial, so you get all those miles per hour while you're on the straight. These straights are pretty fun. They can be a little bit nerve-wracking at times, but if you want to set a good time, you gotta just stay pinned in it. You can sometimes use the brake a little bit just to help you settle the car, but every time you do that, you're losing those precious miles per hour on the straights, which really will make a big difference when you're going at those top high speeds. Going wide through there, unfortunately, again, another place where I could make up some more time. Again, this was just my third attempt at this course and the first one that actually finished. Because of little things like this, I thought that little corner was shallower than it was, and managed to save it. Still kept going. Thankfully didn't go into the crowd. I think it's like a 5-second penalty, 10-second penalty, so that's, you know, might as well just restart at that point. And again, another section pretty much staying flat till the end here. So this is like the gnarliest section of staying flat. And this is definitely where the bravery comes in. This is like, how long do you dare to stay flat without dying here? So here's where some of that little like dabs of left foot braking, or you know, maybe a second or two of left foot braking just to settle the car a little bit. Because, you know, using the left foot braking on the straight, losing a few miles per hour is still faster than going immediately into a tree and standing still. So perhaps with a few more other runs, I could maybe navigate this a little better. Out here I'm looking at the telephone poles. You can see those two were to the right, and then this one's to the left. I was like thinking, okay, maybe this one's to the right. Nope, it was to the left. But stayed on the throttle, controlled my destiny, and got out of there alive, somehow. You'll notice we are in one of the final sectors approaching the finish line, otherwise known as being close to home. And we all know what happens when we're close to home, so far we've evaded 2 accidents. So hopefully we can get home safely. And there's a lot of danger up ahead of us. Even though it's all straight, these bumps can get you really jostled around. So a lot of it is just getting yourself prepped before you take off the jump. So make sure you're pointed in the right direction, your momentum's in the right direction, your wheels are straight over the jump. You see here kind of getting squirrely. Gotta be quick on the hands to get ourselves quick on the hands and flat on the throttle to get ourselves fixed there. It's definitely pretty nerve-wracking to be going through all these turns, which at this point, I don't think I've ever gotten this far yet. This is my first time seeing these turns. So it's nerve-wracking to be flat, you know, this late in the game, just trying to make it to the finish line. Here, took it a little bit too tight on the inside, unfortunately, and there it is. There's our accident right in front of the house, which, as we know, most accidents happen close to home. And it wouldn't be one of my videos without an accident close to home. I think the insurance is going to call me up, and they're done with me. They're done with all these payouts. Like, you gotta move, because you're having way too many accidents. Anyways, somehow, despite all of that, this will put us first on the leaderboard. I'm sure that one won't stick around for long, but I just want to get a quick one in before I left for 3 weeks. So I'll see you guys in December. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving. See you later.